Mr. Victor,
Hello, bro.
how you doing?
I'm approximately normal.
Yeah, beautiful game of football, African football, giving to us the top-notch entertainment. So, talking about entertainment, today's game between Amazulu and Orlando Pirates was indeed an entertaining football game. First thing I want to say, Patrick Maswagani. I don't know, this guy, I see him as one player there's this particular thing about him. When a season starts, the first half of the season, the guy is always on fire. Then towards the ending part, he goes back to default setting. I don't know what is happening. But today's game was indeed a very good one. For Orlando Pirates, ever since the exit of Jose Riverio, this is 2 draws in the space of 3 games. And obviously, I think the big loser for me is the caretaker coach, who could have just, maybe, if he had been, let's just say if he had won all these games or put up an impressive coaching performance, maybe he would have just been, okay, let's try him out and let's see what can come out of him and all the rest. But we saw that today was just a very, very bad day for him. Not that they lost though, but the result was not just resulting. Then for Amazulu, congratulations to them. Why am I saying congratulations? Because they will be playing in the MTN 8 next season.
Yeah.
So that for them is a win-win. And you know what it means to be considered one of the top 8 teams in South African League. Man, that's huge. Good for them. And of course, kudos to this former Orlando Pirates player who happens to be a Amazulu player. And I'm talking about Mtetwa, who was solid in defense, frustrating all the attacks that were given to him from Orlando Pirates. But thank God that Selepe spared the blushes of Orlando Pirates in this game by equalizing and gave the much-needed 1-0 draw for Orlando Pirates. What are your thoughts about the game?
So I want to ask you a question. I know I've not done this in a very long time, okay? But then I want to hear your own view about why some players and coaches will leave a club in a time like this. Why don't you wait? You have about maximum 5 games to go for the season. Are you getting me? Why wouldn't Rivero just wait it out and end the season? Bata. Please, let me chip this one more person.
Okay.
A player that plays for young Africans. You know, guys, we follow African football to the letter. Aziz Ki, leaving the club, leaving young Africans at a time like this. In fact, Orlando Pirates, you will say on the Orlando Pirates side of the thing, okay, there is no longer trophy to go. But guy, the season is still on. You saw the fans came out today to watch the match.
Yeah.
Even though we saw that today the final of the CAF Champions League, they left it and went to watch their own club. So these games are still important for clubs. There are some persons out there that want the gap. Yes, Mamelodi has taken the league, but they want to close up the gap. There are persons like they want to win all their games. So as a coach, why will you just leave? Yes, you sacrifice so well. I'm trying to be as realistic as I can.
I get.
Look at young Africans. Young Africans still has the CRUDB Cup. That's their Federations Cup. They still have the league to know whether they will grab these 2 titles. And you have a player, a top player for the club, Aziz Ki, whose contract was renewed last summer and everybody was happy. 2 years contract. When we say, okay, the 2 years was so that 1 year the club can get some money now by selling him, than him going on a free. But then, why will players and coach live in moments like this? What can you make out of it? I'm sure you didn't ask me a question. Today I don't ask you answer.
All right, so what I can make out of this, normally it is natural and normal for Jose Riverio to see out his contract. Just like you said, few games remaining, just round up the season and finish on a high note and all that. In as much as coaches who want to leave when ovation is loudest, I can understand that. But how about the other part we are not seeing? Because I think that there is more to this than meets the eye. What about the parts we are not seeing? By the parts we are not seeing, I mean no one can understand the situation that made him cut short. Because I think Jose Rivero, from what I've seen so far, I think the man has passion for this club. He has done, it has shown in how he has been conducting and carrying the club. But one would want to ask, what deal or what condition was given to him, in maybe any secret deal he must have had, that made him take such a decision by not waiting till the end of the season? Maybe that could also be a major factor. Because most times coaches will want to be diplomatic about this. What were you told? Did you get into a better deal? Was a condition given to you that made you take that decision? What happened? What, maybe that particular thing that the whole world is not seeing, that Africans are not seeing, that made you like, okay, let's take for example now. Let's say I'm coaching a particular club and I've been doing so well for the club. 3 more games remaining. Ordinarily, I should just see out the game. And then a better offer comes, maybe better than what I'm experiencing right now. And they're like, listen, you have to make that decision now, or is either is now or never. And then I think about it, man, the future is bright and these guys are offering me way more, man. And then I go to my current employers and say, listen, I don't think I'll see the end of that. To me, that's my own take on this.
But let's say, for instance, what is happening in the English. Let's use the top clubs, the European Champions League clubs, right?
Okay.
And the top clubs in Europe. Are you telling me that their coach will say, okay, the league is almost over, 5 games to go, I beg you, please, I want to go this club. You check it now. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I get it.
Because for every man, till the end of the game, till the end of the season, that last game, in fact, what about moments that the fans, the last match of the season can be a party, can be a time of reflection, a time for celebration, a time as a group, as a unit, you are coming to meet the fans and tell them, thank you very much for the support, for the love.
I think it will be a better way.
That is a sign of responsibility.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Okay. Can we start that?
Yeah, can go ahead with the analysis.
Okay, what a time in the lives of the Amazulu fans out there. What a time for Orlando Pirates fans out there, because today Orlando Pirates fans will be like, oh, more that thing that is happening to us is still happening to us, because how can we concede a goal? An OG by our man, our top guy, I'm talking about Tito Patrick Masogwani, taking that OG that looks like he struck the ball inside the back of the net and shook the net, but then it is football and it is football. Okay, down to the squad. Amazulu, my men are there. Men Mount. I'm talking about the Ghanaian international. Ofori, the goalkeeper. He was there. He mounted tightly. What about our man? Igodaro. Igodaro is a Nigerian. He plays number 9 for Amazulu. Okay? But then one will ask, when will Igodaro play for the Super Eagles? Oh boy, Igojo. Because they line up. Oh boy. He plenty. Oh, are you not aware that there is one guy? Is it Chikeze? I can't remember that name. But he played for Germany. They are under 19 and under 20. And after 2 years of playing in their under 19 and 20, he said that he wants to play for Nigeria now. And he has done his papers. And the German Federation has given him the approval to play for Nigeria. So people like Igodaro that plays for South Africa, how will they cope? What about Ime Okon that plays for... Nah, man.
The list is endless.
Nah, man. Ime Okon, guy, lastly, we are freestyling because Orlando Pirates have been freestyling their last games. So what about Ime Okon that plays for Super Sports United that has now been called up, I guess?
Yeah,
that's what I saw.
Yeah, in the friendlies.
Yeah, Bafana has called him up. That's to tell you space. There's no space in the Nigerian squad, even for the people that are wanting to naturalize and come to the space is too tough, man.
Yeah.
So Igodaro, we are not saying that there's no hope for the living. Mind you are living. Mind you can do exploits. Mind you, one day, who knows, you might be caught up. So we have this beautiful jersey behind us. Okay, keep it strong. Big ups to Amazulu for making it to the MTN age. Okay, the game started. We saw Orlando Pirates. Yes, they played away, but then we saw them with their squad. I love what Sikazi did. That's the interim coach. He brought everybody. Oh yeah, come and play. Shelepe, we've been hearing about you. Oh yeah, come and stay, play. Nkota, take your right. Moto Gang, take your left. Tito, stay behind Mabasa. Mabasa, you make sure you score a goal, but today he did not score. Last season, imagine the Mabasa and the Lepasa. With evidence, showing evidence. Something happened to this club, especially the last 1/3, not quarter. 30% ending of the season. You saw that this club, they somewhere, everything just shattered. Well, we got into the game. First half, Pirates will just be creating chances. Score goal now. Go, we say it will not enter. And you now start beginning to ask that question that we ask Kaiser Chief players out there. Is it that you guys don't want to give your all? Is it that you guys are not professional enough? Is it that you guys cannot play football? Put in those goals. Put them in. Well, first half, and they had Amazulu could not create any clear-cut chance throughout the first half. It was Pirates all the way. Then we saw what happened in the second half. Pam. Hey, Moremi, that guy is good though. So much energy, 24-year-old South African. So much energy. From the right, he drove in. It was a one-on-one with Van Rooyen. In fact, while he was trying to beat Van Rooyen, we saw CBC. And that is, will I say that was maybe because the goal now later entered. CBC now came to support Van Rooyen, who was going to be beaten. And as he was, the two of them were beaten at once. And he moved the ball, hoping that Igudaro will punch it in. But then it was Tito. That was the man. And I was, but Tito has, he has seen some troubling times this period. Yeah, tough time for him. But then let's not forget what this man has done to this club, especially last season. He was just so prolific. But then as time was going, more. Pam in the 80-yard box of the Amazulus. Who did we see? It was Selepe, who was just waiting for the ball to drop for him. As the ball dropped to him, boom shakalaka. 1-0. And guess what? His first goal came today. And you see the joy within the players, within the fan. Everybody were just so happy for this young man, who, for me, I see as the future of Pirates. Because the way he has been handling this midfield, it is a thing to behold. But then at the end of the day, we need to also say, send our prayers to Mbukazi. Send our prayers to Mbukazi. He was injured. Also, send our prayers to who has got injured today? Guys, help me. Kivumbi. Oh, my man. And yeah, he was just falling off today, though. I watched him and he was just maybe he needs to be talked to. I don't know whether physicality or so, or maybe his game plan. But then there was too many fallings that happened to him today. But then at the end of the day, 60 points, 13 points behind the winners of the league. One will say, I beg, now let's close it up a bit, 10 points. Even if they close it up at the last game, one game remaining, if they close it up to 10 points, 10 points is still very, very plenty between first and second. But then it is what it is. Preparations needs to start immediately. In fact, it should have started 2-3 weeks ago when Riveru left the club. But then let's see how it goes. Big ups to Amazulu, who has put up a fight. It is always good to see a club make it into the MTN 8. It is more like your own trophy to say that, okay, this season we did a lot better than last season. Because the entire team, African football to the world.
Thank you so much, Mr. Victor. Let's get your thoughts in the comment section about the game. We want to hear from you and interact in the comment section. If you are joining us for the very first time, welcome. This is Football Intel. Do well to hit the subscribe button and, of course, notification bell. Select all notifications so you don't get to miss any content. And to our subscribers, thank you so much for the engagement, the likes and shares. Keep liking, keep sharing. Follow us on all our social media handles if you're yet to, and enjoy the top-notch content on those platforms. I still remain your host of Football Intel, Mr. Dominion Chooks, and doing this with me all the time is my top-notch African soccer analyst, Mr. Victor Siokwu. We both are saying bye for now. African football to the world, and Siyabonga, South Africa.